Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Stay Fishy Friday. We are your hosts. I'm Josh.
I'm Big Rich.
If you guys didn't know, now you do. But we are here to give you guys another awesome stream tonight. I just got to get this pulled up on my phone real quick so I can get the comments. And yes, we're doing this on StreamYards again tonight. We're going to try and incorporate it a bit more. But as you can see up on screen, we got Kazmataz. Welcome to the Green Team.
Well,
Appreciate your hospitality. All right, I got my chat pulled up. We are good to go. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
They're not gonna like just answer you.
Why not? I mean, the chat's sparking up.
Hey, Mara.
Hi.
We're live.
Everyone's saying they like this format much better, and we should have a better
Video
turnout with
output.
the audio as well. So we figured a few things
How
out.
is the audio?
Just let us know if you guys can hear us well. We're just waiting for a couple to get kicked on again. We are dual broadcasting right now, both to Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
And look at that.
What?
Olivia Booney became a member.
Oh,
Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that in the comments right now.
Okay. All righty. Well, I'll go ahead and do the Tracy update while you're getting yourself used to this. You got to bear with us. You know, we don't know if the sound's good or the video's better. We lost the ability to have the fish behind us because this program in StreamYards just don't allow it. It allows a picture. So I can change the picture in the background, but nothing else.
Looking crisp.
Okay. Well, then let me go to the virtual background.
But what
and
we can
add Tracy. There we go. Let me close that down. And see, it's not as easy to change. It's not these functions. I have to go into a setting and then it covers the screen up, and then I have to click the setting. Then I have to come back out. With OBS, it was so much softer. You had little things down here. I could change scenes. It was so much better. Oh, look, we got Skylar in the. She's not. You're not on yet. So let me go ahead and add or do this Tracy update real quick, and then we'll start adding people.
Yeah, so right here we can see there's 184 on YouTube. I see there's 198 on, so we're definitely getting some people coming in from Facebook. So hello, how you doing?
Our first live stream dual casted to our page. All right, so now Tracy, she actually got sick this last week. She got a temperature and she was coughing really hard, and her skin was. I had to take the blanket off.
Real bad too.
Foaming up, yeah, and coughing like air bubbly foam out of her nose. It was Skylar was here and helping. We did a lot of things to try and take care of her and alleviate her symptoms. Try and cool her down. We got a fan, that kind of stuff. We did all kinds of medications. We actually had to call the doctor though, so they sent out a what do you call that? An X-ray machine. And they got a mobile X-ray, and it took a picture of her because if she gets pneumonia or something like that, it'll be really bad. So they sent out the X-ray machine, and they gave her some prednisone and some antibiotics as a precaution, and it went right away. The very next day, she was back fine again, and it's been 2 days since. She's doing really good, and even when Skylar was here, she's looking at me, and I'm like, I know she's a lot more alert. So now when I talk to her, I told you before, I wake her up by giving her a kiss on her cheek and talking in her ear instead of turning the machines on, the suction machine, and it goes brrr, and she wakes up freaking out. I don't do that to her no more. Since she started being this alert. So I give her a kiss on her cheek, I start talking to her and telling her everything, and then she sits there and listens to me for about 5 minutes, and then I'll go on and start taking care of her. And as far as that, there's really nothing else, nothing new. The screen. There we go. Okay. See, now that happened because of new software. I just hit my mouse, the second button, and by accident I put my hand down and it hit the button and it took me out of the studio. So I'm sorry about that, guys.
They're all saying Marco Polo.
You guys are hilarious. There's really nothing else new with her. She's doing really good now, and the nurses, they're on it. I mean, they're just on it. Tracy gets a little sick, they're reacting, and boom, she's right back. She got sick for a day, and it wasn't really that bad. And I don't know what made her sick, because nobody else was sick. No one that was here was sick. So we don't know. But it's over with and it's passed, and we're still taking care of her. And
She's a magician.
That made us disappear like that. We got to learn this new software. So, but anyways, she's definitely more alert. I'm on one side of the room talking. She'll be bending her head that way to try and see where I'm at. She's always trying to look around now, which is signs of awareness to me. So I love that. And let's go ahead and bring Skylar in here, because she was here for the weekend basically. Are you ready, Skylar?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hi, guys.
Wait, you have no mic. We cannot hear you.
Oh, no. You muted me.
Yell louder.
Hello. Can you guys hear me now?
Well, we're going to have to take Skylar back off, because she has no mic.
No, I do have a mic. You turned it off.
Can you lip read?
You don't have the TV mic up. They can hear her on the stream.
Oh, they can hear her. We can't hear her. All right, I'll add her back. Let me turn up the TV.
Technical difficulties.
Hey, new program.
Old people.
All right, you guys.
Oh, you blame the program. I blame the old people.
Exactly. All right, say something, Tyler. See, I can't do this. No. All right, keep going, and if they can hear you, fine. I can't hear you, Skylar. I'm going to hook up the mic here.
Telling me I can say whatever I want then.
Here we go. Bear with us just 1 second. Yeah, that heat delay is a bit much.
Yeah, too much. I moved my hair, and it's perfect tonight.
Poor man. Poor man. There we go. All right.
All right, can you hear me?
Oh, it's off.
You won't be able to hear it. I got things to do. You just keep up with the thing and let me get to this settings. Let me turn the mic.
All right, so yes, drinking word of the night. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. We're kicking off the holiday season. So every time there's mention of holiday tonight, go ahead and just take a drink.
Still don't hear anybody, so hang on 1 second, guys. Bear with us.
You let me know when it's fixed, and I'll go ahead and put that in. All right, so we have Mike chimed in with $5.
Mikey.
He said, "Hi guys, what's up, Mike? Long time no see."
Buddy.
And we've got Sean Brooks, $5. Says, "I was wondering, would you know what I can put in with tiger barb fish? They're in a 90-gallon tank. I have about 6 of them." So the thing with tiger barbs, they are excellent fin nippers.
Mike works.
So you know what? You could normally have tiger barbs in with like a community tank. They sometimes do well, but they will pick on your other fish and whatnot. I've had tiger barbs in with our, angel fish, and it's worked great. I've also done, to tiger barbs. I've seen people do them in like piranha tanks and stuff like that, which is actually amazing, because why doesn't the piranhas actually eat them? But it just works. But
Super chat.
yeah, it's what I'm answering right now. But normally, if you get tiger barbs, they are a schooling fish. So if you just pack that tank full of tiger barbs, that would be awesome. You can also do bottom dwellers, like all sorts of catfish out on the bottom, and they won't bother them.
Super chat.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, that's what I was just answering. We got Reaper, $2. He says $2.55 on. Please hit the like button. Yes, everyone, hit that like button. So there's actually more because this is dual casting both from Facebook and YouTube. We might be able to add Instagram on there, but we'll find that out at a later date. Yeah, so they updated YouTube a bit, and it's a bit different for me too. But we're all good. So we figured it out. I know you guys seen the little 19 second mistake live stream this morning.
I don't know what's doing that. I was starting up this program and I never hit go live. I scheduled it for 6 p.m. and then I go and I check the room on YouTube and it says we're live. I had to go back and cancel that and start it over again. It did it last week for me too. I had a whole live stream for 20 minutes last week.
I went on there, I seen it. I'm like, all right, we're gonna put that to private real quick. But Boss Aquatics, what's up, bud? How you doing?
Wait, you didn't put it on screen.
No, I just seen it in the comments.
Oh, okay.
He said, "What's up, my fishy friends?" Hopefully, everyone is not nice and full from the holidays yesterday. I know not everyone celebrates it, but most of us were all grubbing down on good food and hanging out with family.
See, now this chat over here shows Susanna number, and over here I can't find it to highlight it on the StreamYards chat.
Check the timestamp.
I don't see no timestamp.
Yeah, I don't know. It's down bottom. Go down bottom.
I went all the way to the bottom.
So this one here lagged behind just a tad bit. That one over there is the YouTube chat. You're not going to be completely, into this one. But
that makes sense. That's another reason StreamYards is not better than OBS.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally better for having guests on. I can just add them real quick, but for every other option, I can have the OBS in 1080p. I can only have 720 on Streamlabs unless I pay $40 a month. That's the difference between what we're paying now and the next level up is we're paying $20 a month. You pay $40 a month, you can add on 1080p. It's the only difference. So if you guys think the video is good enough here, we're good. But this program, it's like a very simple program. I can't move the picture where I want it. I can't move the chat where I want it. All the controls are over there. I can't put them across the bottom. OBS, I can do all that stuff. It's just so much nicer. I just can't have guests on OBS. It's a pain in the butt.
So there's anyone out there that knows how to do it flawlessly, would be much appreciated there.
See, the problem is you're able to do it, but you have to set up a virtual camera for each one. So then you have to hook up through like Zoom or Microsoft Teams or something like that. You get that program running, you get them on there. Then you have a virtual camera and it hooks up to that Zoom thing and then it shows in OBS and I can do it. But the problem is it never worked for me.
Right. That's weird. It's got the latest comment, but it's not showing Sue Ann's comment. She said, "Is it bad that I am just as excited to buy my first FX6 filter as I am to have a new granddaughter this week?"
Oh, no.
That's a tough one.
Don't say that around the family. Both are exciting, but,
Should not be compared.
Right. Yeah, she's not showing up over here. I can see her playing this day on the YouTube thing. I just cannot see her on our chats here.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
So I can't highlight it because it has to come across this chat to be able to be highlighted. That's another thing I cannot do on OBS.
This is somehow connected just to the only top chats and not all chats. Is there a way for that?
Start or live? There's live. That's the only thing I can change on it.
Yeah, go down here. See this? It says all.
Yeah.
No.
It's showing both streams.
Gotcha. Yep. You're good. Yep. So we're just working through some with the minor kinks here. That's all right. So people are saying the audio's cutting out, but now it's fine. So yeah, that is not on us. Last week we had someone had turned down the volume on the actual mic, and we didn't catch it, so that was our fault. But now we are good, and I think this is just something with StreamYard itself.
Well, we can also try this mic and see if this is better. All right. Oh, there you go, guys. That mic any better?
No, they said the sound has dropped since putting in the earbuds. So you might just want to revert that. She's not even on here no more, so let's go ahead and put that back.
Okay, let me go to audio then and see. They haven't see automatic adjust microphone. When that's on, it cuts everybody down low. All right, so let me go to this and go back to the Samsung. There we go. Now, is the audio better?
And put the mic back to the Yeti. They said no.
Okay. Everything's back the way it was before we plugged in these.
Sorry,
headphones.
guys. Is that better? They're saying that was a loud noise. Someone said this mic is way clearer, and now it is. They said, yes, it's better. It sounds great on their end. So, all right.
I had to unplug the headsets. That's crazy. OBS worked fine with all this stuff. So we're rooting through this whole new program. It's terrible. I don't like StreamYards at all. I mean, they made me pay for it, and now I'm definitely not standing behind them saying, we love your product. But now we can't have guests because we need the microphones in or the earbuds in.
How were we able to do it last week with Joey, and it was completely fine?
Don't know.
We did not hear ourselves at all. We just heard him talking, Oh, I know what the problem is. Go up there. Click the YouTube. Are you playing the stream right now? You are. Hit pause on that. There you go. Now go back to the stream.
That may do it.
Now you're not hearing ourselves. Now you can bring Skylar.
Okay, Skylar, we're going to head you to and try it again.
What do I tell you guys, old people?
Now, see, look, she's talking. There's no audio.
You got to turn up these. Samsung.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
There you go. Old people, let
Stop
me tell
it.
you.
Skylar, say something.
Hi, guys. Hey,
There
what's
you
up?
go.
We can hear you now. This is awesome.
Do you
Okay.
like my headphones?
Very cute. And also, it's not old people because there's a young guy right next to me that couldn't figure it out for as long as I didn't figure it out.
Hey, I got it, my friend.
Okay, so now we were talking about Tracy and you being here, and there was no nurse here for Thanksgiving. I had to keep going in there all the time and take care of her and doing stuff. How'd you like being here for Thanksgiving?
Hey,
I loved it. Rich is the best cook I think I've ever been around.
Stop it.
Rich, you are really good at cooking. I will give you that. That was
You
the
argued
best
with me
meat
the
I've
whole
ever
time
had.
I was cooking until she goes, make it this way, do that.
black cherry or watermelon?
I don't care. Black cherry. Why? I'm in the middle of a conversation
I've
here.
got two options on the side and which one to open.
I'm in the middle of a conversation
What's
online.
important?
Okay. What were we saying? Oh yeah, you were arguing with me the whole time I'm cooking. No, you should do it like this. Leave the potato skins on. Do this, do that. And then when she started eating, she's like, "Oh my god!" I told her I was like, the buttered, mashed potatoes go better with the corn than it is smashed potatoes are better with other things, And she started eating, and she's like, "Okay." She shut up. I shut a woman up with my food. That was great. But you were here, what, 2-3 days?
You have her muted.
How did I have her mute?
No, right there. You press the mute button somehow. There you go.
It will not.
Yeah, that has to be on her end.
Make sure your thing's plugged in. Your mic.
Did you mute your mic?
Can't unmute their guest. Their mic isn't connected.
Skylar,
Says you're
you
not-
have no mic.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to talking. Sorry, Skylar. You get that figured out. All right, so now
She's flipping us off. No, I'm just
stop it. Let's go on with some fishy questions. Anybody have questions here?
No. We're gonna dive into a discussion topic because
Okay.
I walked outside the night
No,
And
no.
I noticed something amazing.
Okay.
I walked out there and sitting it in the dog bone. We have this goonch catfish, and this thing is like just a beast. And he's sitting against the front window, and I'm like, holy shit! Like this thing has grown.
Can you at least try and be family friendly?
It's okay. It's Friday, but this thing is just massive, and like he
did go through a growth spurt for
he's
sure.
just grown overnight, and I'm out there trying to get some videos of him. You know, I'm putting my hand up next to him, and he can like swallow my hand if he wanted to.
You think?
Yeah.
Have you been drinking or something?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. But it is pretty awesome. I will actually post that clip onto Instagram and Facebook after the stream, and you guys can see it for yourselves. But
here's another one. You got Sue Ann. I heard you talking about it, but it's the comment isn't here on StreamYards to be able to highlight it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the one I could not see. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that's like 10 minutes ago. This is current right now.
Okay, here, read this one. Here, you can read it over here.
It says, please, Big Rich.
Stop. It says, just don't pick on your dad. Timio. But it's okay for your dad to pick on you.
No, it's not.
Drop a coin in the swear jar, buddy. Lies. Okay, so let's answer some fishy questions. I'm going to go back through the stream here and look for questions.
You see, I personally think that, the Stay Fishy Friday should be a little less PG-13.
Stop. We have kids watching this, so please stop.
Sometimes. Well, you got a question?
I'm trying to find things here, but I can't see with these glasses on. Dirty. Go ahead and answer some of them.
Yeah, I can't read that. I'm scrolling up on the phone.
Oh yeah, you guys all seen what happened to Reaper's tank, and he's got blackbeard algae. He lost a few fish, and he's got blackbeard algae covering his 125 now. I like the look of it. It doesn't really do anything other than kill plants. So I mean, I like the look. We've got it on our 150 in the front.
4,000 too.
In the 4,000?
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at in the 4,000? 4,400.
Every hose, every branch.
Really?
Yeah.
How is that spreading? I didn't put nothing out of the front tank into the back.
It's in Lavaca's tank. I mean, it's everywhere.
No, that's green hair algae in that tank and the discus tank.
It's blackbeard. I'll show you.
Okay.
I promise you. But it's not that bad. Oh, Skylar got her mic fixed.
Okay. There you go, Skylar. He can be added. Still can't hear you.
You turn the TV down. You can hear you.
I did not turn the TV down. It's up on 56.
Yeah, she's just quiet.
No, she's talking. We can't hear her.
Yeah, she's just quiet. I can hear a little mouse squeak.
Go to audio. This program sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not you. It's her. Yeah, she is very low volume.
She's got her mic hooked up, but it's too low to hear.
Turn it up.
Very cute headset and mics, but that ain't working.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't have these problems with OBS.
No. Someone's asked if we have any silver dollars you want to get rid of. We do not.
We just did get rid of a bunch of them.
Right now, we don't have a whole lot. We have some pond fish, some goldfish, some koi. We have, what else is out there? Plecos, pacu. We have Yeah, the tanks are empty. The OCA pretty much cleared us out.
We had people here so much all weekend. There must have been over, probably, I'd say, what, about 200 people here
Something like that.
for the
You
weekend.
know,
We opened up to the
nice.
public and the OCA and just did tours all day, every day. We had our head mod, Lori, came here and helped out and sat here for like 8 hours, you know. And we had, who else was here? Jerry was here helping. He was in his heyday because that man loves to talk. And so he was taking people around for tours and just talking. Let me see. Who else was here? There was a bunch of people. Reaper was here. You were here. People that showed up to help for the OCA. I don't want to leave anybody out. Our volunteers.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was here, I was in my own little bubble. I was getting those 135 sets of that up. So I wasn't really being.
Who helped you carry that?
No idea. Just some guy that was here for a tour. I said, hey, you look able-bodied and strong. Can you help me? And turned out to be him and his buddy. They grabbed one side, I grabbed the other. And we got him in. Jim Sheasley, you want to see if you can find that comment over here on the right? You just passed it. Go up, look for the yellow. There you go. There you go. Jim Sheasley says, if a seam pops on the bottom of the tank, is there any way to fix it? So there is always a way to fix everything on this planet. But the thing is, if the seam pops on the bottom of the tank, that is the worst possible case you can have. So what that means you have to do, normally, if it's a smaller tank, you can probably get away with go ahead and resealing it and just relying on the silicone to hold it. So I say small tank as in like 125 and smaller. You start getting into that 180 range, you start getting into a little bit harder, area of expertise on how to reseal that tank. I mean, we've resealed 180s before thinking it'd be good. 3 days later, the tank pops up again. Now, that was like 20 years ago. We've had a lot more experience doing it, but normally with larger tanks, 180 gallons and larger, you want to actually separate that glass and give it a brand new seal completely all the way around.
That's the only best way to do it. You could add a rod in between and kind of like fake it like we did the 500 gallon. But you want to add another half inch on this side, another half inch on this side. So you got a half inch square piece of glass going across there. It gives it more hold, but that's a fix. And then you're going to see that and it's going to be sticking up there.
Yeah, you might see on glass manufacturers and whatnot, like that 450 gallon I just sold. It's a 8 by 3 by 3 tank, but you might notice that it has these 3-inch by half-inch plates of glass sitting on the bottom of the tank going all the way around. Now, what that does, you have your half-inch by half-inch bond between the bottom glass and the side glass, but then you also have this new plate that comes right on here, sandwiches on the bottom plate against the sidewall. It gives you another half-inch by 3-inch grab. It's just
doubling
extra
your amount
security.
of grab.
Right.
Because your glass is half inch and you add that on the bottom, it gives you 1 inch of grab.
Right. So it
lasts longer.
It just, strengthens your seam and it's able to last a little bit longer than it should.
Right. Okay, we're going to try Skylar one more time. Hi, Skylar.
Nope, she's still low.
I'm trying everything I can over here. I went to her settings and I turned off for edit the mic settings. I turned off the automatic, mic settings and turned the mic up all the way. There's nothing more I can do. Did you get this one?
Try a different mic. Yeah, that's the one we just answered. That was Jim.
She wants her kitty cat, little. She's a girl. I'll tell you what, she's a hardworking girl. She busted her butt here. She helped me with dishes. She helped me with TRACY. She helped me with the fish room, all kinds of things. Helped me with the tours. And she was busting her butt here. She helped me drink. Let's start drinking, Rich. I'm like, no, I can't drink. I got this, I got that. So I'd get a drink. Next thing you know, I'm on my second drink and she's still sipping hers. I'm like, well, that's not drinking. And look, she's not here to defend herself either. She's over down here on bottom. I see her pointing at me.
Good question. Can you scroll down to that one right there? Pop it up. Yes. 603 says, if you were to build a plywood tank 3 to 4 foot tall, would you choose a glass or acrylic or glass viewing panel, and how thick? So here's the thing.
I want to answer so bad.
Go for it.
We don't really choose, because if we were buying this and going to a store, then
if you had your choice, you can have acrylic or you can have glass, free. Whatever you want, however thickness.
I would go with glass, because acrylic scratches and it's a pain and it gets hazy after years. Glass don't. As long as you can build your wood container to where it don't have no flex to it, the glass will last and never break, and it won't scratch. Unless you take a glass cutter to it or something, a diamond ring or something like that. It generally won't scratch. The plastic will. The acrylic will scratch from people's fingernails going across it. Kids or somebody with a ring and the band touches it and slides. It scuffs the plastic up. So I would rather go with glass.
Here's the thing. So when you're dealing with a 4 foot tall, plywood build, yes, he mentioned that there has to be no give. We all know that acrylic bends. No matter how thick it is, there's always some sort of deflection. The thicker you go, the less deflection there is. That's why on, most of these, 4 foot tall tanks, if you're going, a 10, 15 foot span, they're using 3-inch thick acrylic to make up for that deflection. On our 4400, you have, 14 by 6, and that's a 3-inch thick viewing panel. And if you look down it, there is a tiny bit of deflection.
It's like the Earth's rotation all the way down it.
Acrylic tanks, like it is normal. That's what they're built for. They can withstand it. But when you give that sort of deflection on a plywood build, if your frame is not 100% solid, what's taking up that deflection? It's not the frame. It's not the viewing panel. It's your silicone. So if you do a thin bead of, silicone, say a 1/4 inch thick, and you're, bending out, say, not 3/4 of an inch, a third of an inch, and your silicone is having to take up that difference, and it's actually stretching the whole time. You add water pressure in it, you're going to end up springing up a leak. So, on that 3000, that is a 11 foot by 40 inch panel. And we actually did like a whole 1/2 inch thick bead of silicone on it.
The glass is 44 inches tall, and so we've got 40 inches showing. So we have 2 inches on top, 2 inches on the bottom overlapping. And we did 3 rows of silicone all the way around it. And we had 4 people going at the same time. One would do each side, and one would do top and bottom. Me and Josh did top and bottom while we had 2 other guys doing the sides. And then we laid it up, and then we put wood against it and propped it against the back and put pressure on it. And then, put a screw in it to hold the wood so it held pressure overnight. And before we let go of it, we've never had a problem with it. But we use glass, and that's down there where the kids are. It's sitting on the floor, so you've got maybe, I think it's 6 inches of wood framing, and then it's 40 inches of glass. So the kids are like, hands all over it. Sometimes tongues. The kids are all over that tank.
So another thing I would also say, with 44 inch tall tank, we kind of went on the smaller side. We used 2x4 framing and whatnot, and that was pretty much at the max you should use 2x4 frame. Normally I would say 3 foot tall, you should go 2x4. If you're doing 4 foot tall, I would go with 2x6. Because, with where we have that tank, we didn't want to lose, 1 foot of area. So we basically cut it down to 2x4s, and we added extra joists. So we added, a little bit more rigidity to the tank, and then we sheathed the inside. We also did,
fiberglass in the corners and seams.
After not listening, we had to take it back out. You learn from your mistakes. But if you guys
I was right in the first
tank,
place. I wanted to do that. And the people that were telling us, oh no, this product, you don't need that.
Right.
I was like, nah. Against my better judgment, I went ahead and used the product without doing the fiberglass, and then we had to take it apart. And when I say we, I mean you had to take it back apart drain it down, sand it out, and then fiberglass it. And then we haven't had a problem since. You know where we did have problems? You know, you got the screws all together, everything's screwed down. If your screw is not level with the wood and it's down in the wood a little bit, when you paint over, you get an air bubble there. Well, then that air bubble pops under the water pressure, and then you get a water leak there. So take every single screw hole before you paint and fill it with paint. You got to do this one though.
Yeah, well.
And then paint over that, and you won't have a problem.
All right, we got Jeff Polkowski. Welcome to the Green Team. We appreciate the support.
Thank you. Look at Skylar sitting there waiting so patiently. Give me a thumbs up if you got a different mic. Okay, I'm going to add you to the stream again.
Can you hear my?
How is that on now?
Turn the TV down. You turn it up to
But
like
no,
80.
stop. I did not. It's still on 50. It's on 36. The thing is, we're hearing ourselves as soon as we put Skylar up there.
Go up there. It might have started playing.
This one?
No, it's muted. You're good.
Well, I'm stopping it anyways.
All right, now. There you go. She should be good.
I'm sorry, guys, but we got to try adding her one more time. You know what? It might be her mic's up so loud now. Let me go back to automatic. Edit mic settings. Turn hers back to automatic. There we go. All right, now we'll bring you back up, Skylar.
All right, how's this?
How's that?
See what the comments. I sent you guys a nice little message.
I don't want. She's off the screen. Hang on a second.
It might be her speakers coming through her mic. But that's all right.
Go back to audio.
I think it's her speakers coming through her mic because she unplugged her headphones. So now you're hearing your own voice coming through her speakers.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe so. Brandon, you. Great. Guys.
No, now you're back.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, this program sucks.
Yeah. Let me go up here. Turn this down because we don't see no video. There you go. Now the video's back on. And that was just going in trying to do settings for Skylar's audio. Skylar, since you took your mic and headsets off, now you have us in your room loud, and we're hearing that back through your mic. So we can't do that either. We'll do this private after the show. You know, we'll hook up through. I'll make another private thing, and we'll get things fixed and worked out.
Now I lost my comment. I'll go ahead and put that up.
Okay.
We got the Fahaka guy, $10. Says, hope
Thank
all
you.
is well. I got to hop on the computer to join the membership. Technical difficulties, please stand by. So
Us
yes,
too.
everyone that is on a Apple device, I did not believe it until I seen it for myself. So if you're on an Apple device, meaning, you know, an iPhone or whatnot, you're viewing on your mobile, there is no button to join the YouTube memberships.
That's crazy.
So Brittany's girlfriend was over the other night, and she had an iPhone. I'm like, let me see your phone. I'll figure it out, and I'll be able to tell everyone how to do it.
Right.
I'm sitting there. I could not figure it out for the life of me. Like, you click on, you know, members' videos. You go into it. You click it. Normally, you can just pull up the video, join, pay for it, and you're done. I'm clicking on it, and it says you must join the YouTube, you know, memberships. You click on the profile. There's no join button, no nothing. I couldn't figure it out. But you go on, you know, desktop, it's there. You go on Android, it's there. So I have no idea how to get.
So they have to do it by computer.
Yeah.
Come on, Apple, catch up.
Right.
For all you Apple lovers that think Android is I'm going to back out of that conversation. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, so what are we doing next in the fish room now? Now that all this craziness is over with, the holidays and stuff.
So we got the 135 set up, which they're actually looking amazing out there. They're crystal clear.
Well, we do got to set up the overflow and the pass through on the top tank yet.
Man, it's going to be.
And then get a background on it.
Yeah.
And the bottom one too. So that's little stuff. After the show tonight, we got to go out and take the garbage out. Since it was late because of holiday.
They picked it up this morning. You're a week late, buddy.
I know they didn't run yesterday.
They pick them up. You go out Wednesday night to pick up Thursday morning. They now picked up on Friday morning, which is today. I know this because
I'll never get this right. Dang it! I had so much out there to put out front too. All right. Let's see. I can't read this little writing here.
Yeah, that's not very good. So we got that one. Sorry, I'm catching up on my chat here too. How thick is the glass for that 4-foot plywood build? Our glass, it's 44 inches tall. But when you're talking about glass, you want to make sure it's the clear span. Like you can have a 5-foot sheet of glass, and you have 2 foot of framing. So there's only 3 foot of what you call a clear span. That's basically the area of viewing here that the glass is actually spanning. So our clear span on our glass is 40 inches. We have 2 inches above, 2 inches but below, and we have 3 inches on each side. So 3/4 inch glass is technically rated up to 4 foot, but that is pushing it to its absolute max, and that is very, very risky on a plywood build. So we stuck, right in the middle. I say 3 foot, they say 4. We went full 40 inches, and we had no problems whatsoever.
We were also, we're not, completely 40 inches deep. We're not on the bottom of the tank. We're 6 inches up off the bottom, and 4 inches from the top. So it's off centered a little bit. So the weight of a 4 foot depth would be at the very bottom down there, and we're not into that area. But it's we got another question here that joins in with this. David H says corner stores and bulletproof glass, can you use it? Yes, you can, but it's the thickness is what we need.
So here's the thing. So
old banks and stuff like that close down, if you can get in there while they're closing down, they tear out all that glass. So that's where you want to get big panels, 4 foot by 8 foot bulletproof glasses, at least an inch thick. That's perfect for what we use. Awesome.
As long as it's plate glass, a lot of these times, these new age glass, they sometimes use tempered glass too, and it's reinforced.
You can't use tempered glass as bulletproof though. You ever seen bulletproof glass when they shoot it? A hole will appear there. Not a hole, but a dent and cracks. The tempered glass would crack all the way down through. I mean, it would just explode. No, millions of little pieces. It would just explode. So you can't have bulletproof glass like that.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's Kevlar reinforced. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this, bulletproof glass, you have to be careful with. It's sometimes not always safe. Most of the time it is, but you do have to be careful. Because, you start getting them pressures of that water, they're impact resistant. That's basically what bulletproof glass is. You start getting that constant pressure and you fill it up, and all of a sudden one day you're good for 3 months, and then all of a sudden, glass is done.
We got a comment here. Katie says, that sounds dumb. Please let us know what you're referring to. That's so dumb, she said.
Can you scroll down and get Jim's comment?
Yeah, I'm going down.
Oh, you're zoomed in.
Yes. So I can read it. How far down do you need me to go?
Oh, there you go. The orange. Scroll up.
It's taking a second now. Hang on.
There you go. Just click it. There you go. Jim Sheasley says, if you guys come up with a 220 tank, please think about me. I cannot take mine apart and reseal the whole thing for health reasons. I'll donate as best as I can. Is that a 6x2 by 30 inches tall?
6x8.
Or is that 6 by 30 by 2?
Oh, I don't like this. If you put your cursor on a thing, it eliminates it. But I got to be on the comments to be able to scroll up and down.
Right. Oh, all right, you can hide that comment for now if you want. Doompie says Serpa Design made a tank with IKEA tempered glass. So, Serpa Design does,
Very small tanks.
Yeah, he also does, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not full of water.
Reptiles.
Paludariums, terrariums.
Yeah, paludariums. So it works great for him. He's got a tiny volume of water in the bottom of this tank. He's got plants up here, dirt. He's got, little lizards, bugs, whatever it might be. When you're getting into full aquatics and you're filling it up with all water, the deeper you go, the more pressure you have. Because you know what? You could have a 50-foot by 20-foot long tank and it only be 2 foot tall, and there's no more pressure on that tank than being a 4-foot by 4-foot cube only 2 foot tall. The pressure comes from the depth. So if you have a 8-foot by 4-foot by 4-foot tank, there's more pressure on that panel than there is that 50 by 20 pond that's only 2 foot tall.
Right.
And that's we try and teach that to people and they just don't understand it, but that's the reality of it all.
Now, Katie cleared up, said she was talking about Apple and the problems that don't have the join button and stuff. She clarified and said, not you guys. I never took it like that, Katie.
Brittany Ziblis, $2. She says she was talking about Apple. I think it's Brittany. And the Fahaka guy, welcome to the green team. Glad to have you. So, next week, we've got a package coming.
Okay. Ooh, and I got a package I wanted to do a releasing video on for the page.
Okay.
That you're going to like too.
What is it?
I'm going to tell you. Now I have to tell them. Do I tell you?
Let's do it.
It's a package that came here that we are going to be happy and use.
In what sense?
Maybe around water.
Tell me more.
Just go on with the show.
I want to know more. You're holding out on me, bro.
Oh yeah. Kate says last night I realized you could add me off of my chosen charity for Amazon Smile. That's awesome. Yes. Just throwing that out there. If anybody shops on Amazon, use Amazon Smile instead, and you can add us as your favorite charity. And no money extra will come out of your money, but like you spend $100, I think it's like $3 goes towards your favorite charity. If you pick OFR, and then, like last month we got like $200 from Amazon Smile from all these different people just buying their normal stuff they buy anyway. So that's a great thing. I love that. Thanks for that, Katie.
Uh-oh. They said Bruce can get the answer out of you. What's the package, huh? What's the package? What's the package? What's the package?
You idiot. Get out of here.
It wasn't my idea.
I'm going to have the reveal on the page.
Tell me more. We want to know. What is it? We want to know. Tell me now.
I can't do it.
Tell me now.
Stop it.
Tell me now.
Grow up, Josh. Seriously. Grow up. Go on with the show. There's people waiting.
Tell me more.
Come on now.
Tells me to grow up. All right. Can you pull up that comment over here? Yeah, scroll down.
Oh, there's this one here?
Yeah, we already got that.
Okay.
Got that. Go on down.
I'm going
for the yellow. There you go.
Show this one.
Lori Kish, $10, says she's tried everything, but still have snails. Tried traps, lettuce, cucumbers, zucchini, literally stripped the tank and boiled gravel and wood. Any ideas?
Yeah, anybody have any ideas on that?
I have the easiest
Go ahead.
solution for you whatsoever, okay?
Okay.
What are snails?
Oh, I know what you're going at.
They are a crustacean.
Right.
I have this medicine. It's called Dimolin X. We pay $40 for a jug.
A half gallon.
It treats 200,000 gallons. Did you hear that? 200,000 gallons. But it kills off all crustaceans. It is plant safe. It is fish safe. It is normally used for stuff like fish slice, anchor worms, yes. And it'll kill them off, but also in the process, it kills off all your crustaceans. So if you have shrimp, snails, it does not do well for them. So if you want to get rid of the snails, just put in some Dimolin X into the tank. And
if you don't have any, Lori, next time you're over, next time Skylar's over, I'll give you a little bit in a jar. You can try that and see if that works. I told her to take, lettuce. I usually take romaine lettuce, weight it down on the bottom, and in the morning, every time I wake up, I go out there and turn the lights on. The lettuce is packed full of the snails. I pick it up and carry it out. Do that a couple times, and your snail population is gone.
So I will say, full disclosure, if you have, say, 200 snails in the tank, the Dimolin X will probably kill about 195. There's always a few lone survivors. But if you've already done damage control and you've taken the majority of the snails out, then you dose it with the Dimolin, you'll probably get the rest of them.
You hear these comments. They're like baby shark attack. Katie's like, don't grow up, Josh. I don't know where the rest I went past them. Bruce. Where's this one here? Get Bruce. Brittany Ziblis says hashtag get Bruce. Aaron Cazzoli hashtag get Bruce. To get the answers. You guys are funny.
Normally
this is a fish show, and you guys just beg him to go after me with the dumb shark sock puppet. I mean, come on. Give me the other ones too. You guys have sent in different ones. I want to show different ones. You guys have sent in different shark sock puppets. It's crazy. This is all for his biting pleasure. Stop. Don't do that. Show them up so you can see what kinds they have. I'm going to stop inviting you over for this live stream. Or where
is that all I have to do?
Or wear a medieval what's that chainmail?
A breastplate. We got James Helmy says, "Hey dudes, from upstate New York, much respect. Appreciate it." Scroll down. No comment.
Oh, excuse me.
No yawning. Not allowed.
Gotta go down. I'm not drinking.
There you go. AZ Fish Room says, "What's in the box, Rich?"
AZ, I thought you was my friend. He's starting him up all over again.
What's in the box? Normally I come over, I see boxes on the counter, I get to see, but he's holding out on me. I didn't see nothing.
It was on the counter. You just didn't notice it.
When? Not today.
Yeah, it was there today.
Not when I was here.
It's actually in the front room right now.
I'll be back.
Thought he was going to smack me.
Liar. There's nothing in
I am
here.
not a liar. I have never lied to you.
I don't see no box in here. I don't see it. He's playing tricks on me, guys.
Go look on top of the wood fireplace, Dingleberry. Kids. Ooh, he says.
No, that's old.
No. It hasn't been unwrapped out of the box yet and shown as a gift that somebody sent in to us.
I'm skeptical.
Why would you be skeptical?
I don't think there's nothing there.
You didn't see the big box with the plastic and the green thing inside.
No. I seen a sign and some pens and the posters.
Oh my God, this kid. Handle the show. Handle the show.
I'm making them get it. I got you guys. All right. Katie sent in a super sticker. I'm not sure if it's going to pop up. It does not, but she says, spoiler alert.
You're right. I moved it.
Oh, so the truth comes out.
I was cleaning up for Thanksgiving.
Sean H says, Josh is like a curious kid on Christmas. Yes, I am. I want to know. What is it? I'm sure you guys are all having fun too. Let's see. What other comments do we have here? Here we go. Lori Kish says, AZ, we need to send Josh more puppets. I've been trying to find more, shark-like puppets like this. Because, some of them, this one I can't even get my hand inside. It's like a child's puppet, but this one here is soft. I can get my hand inside. We love Bruce. We love Bruce. Oh, he's coming with the box. He's got a box, everyone. Oh, he's not bringing it onto the stream. I'm going to go see what it is.
That's good. Should we just go ahead? Do you have the paperwork in there to where I can reveal it on this tonight?
Oh, that's something for you.
Well, us.
Here you go.
You got to read.
It says, hi, Rich and Josh. I want to thank you for all you do at the rescue. Think of how many fish you've saved. Because your care. When I saw the video of pulling koi out of the ponds, I thought a good set of chest waders would be helpful. Think of it as an early Christmas present. God bless you all, your whole team. I pray for Tracy every day also. Peace and love, Deb Cheney, your friend from Maine. Met you at Aquashella in Chicago.
Thank you, Deb. That's awesome of you. And very caring and thoughtful. We'll get him in show now. Now you got to get him in show. Set the box down.
It's like a 5XL.
It's not. This kid.
A pair of rubber waders. Well, I will say that last pet pair you had was huge, and I could not fit.
I'll tell you what. The last pair we got were brand new. I used them one time. And then I hung them in the back of the fish room. I went to get them out for this last pond thing, and somehow mice had gotten into it. Josh said there was mice around the fish food that we had back there, and they ate a hole in the knees and the crotch. Brand new waders used once, and they're basically useless. I'm trying to turn them inside out and get like a rubber vulcanized patch or something on them. But yeah, so now we got to keep these not out there in the pool room, but up in the house.
Tell you what, as much as you pay for that patch, buy a new pair.
You think?
Yeah, I mean.
No, them things were like $159.
Maybe the ones I was looking at were like $60-$80.
Okay.
They
Here's
could have been cheap.
Read that ones.
I can't see it because it's zoomed out. So
Here you go.
I will. Patrick Murray, $10 says, I have two groups of severums living in two different tanks. I want to put them together. Should I add to one fish at a time to the other group or just all at once? So here is the thing.
What's the size of the tanks?
Exactly. You got the size of the tanks
You got
and
the
the
amount
size
of your
of the
bacterial,
fish. So with it, if you have a group of smaller severums and say a 125 and you have three larger severums and a 180, and you want to add them together. Most of the time, severums can be peaceful, but if you have, larger severums,
the bacterial load. They add one at a time or add a bunch at once. If he adds a bunch at once, and there's, it's a 75-gallon tank, and now it's packed, and then there's not enough bacteria to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Take the filter off the old tank, put it on the new tank when they're all together, but then he has no filter for this tank.
That's possible, but if you're talking about
if we knew the tank sizes, we would be able to tell you better. If they're bigger tanks, then yes, there'd be no problem.
50 severums to another tank. You say a group, I think of 3 to 5, something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of parameters missing there that we can't really give you the advice on. But if it's just a couple of fish, 5 or so, 10 or so, and it's a bigger tank, like 75 or bigger, you shouldn't have no problem at all adding them all.
But also, if you have larger severums in the tank, they might be a little bit more ornery.
Depending on the size of the tank.
Exactly. I would then add them all all at once, there's less fish to pick on. If you add in a single one, then they can single that guy out and possibly.
And when you add them in, rearrange all your decorations in the tank you're adding them all to.
Yep.
That way, everybody's got to find a new spot, and nobody, fights over territory or nothing like that. But usually, silver dollars won't do that.
No, Severums.
Or Severums. Ribsaw says, "Where is Hoover? He is long gone, moved on."
All right, we got that caught up on that.
Everybody's loving Deb's gift.
He said the tanks are 150 gallons. How about the size of the fish?
We've got another one too. Can you go in there it's on the table, and it's a cardboard box with a piece of wood picture on it. Take everything and set it aside and just grab me that, and you can and bring the letter that comes with it. We were going to do that as a video on YouTube, because on here there may be 700-800 people, but on YouTube you got all 158,000 people. So I was going to do unboxing videos, and you do them on here, and a lot of people don't see it.
Okay, so I see two things. No letter with each of them, but you can pick your poison.
Okay, let me see.
And Patrick Murray, $2 says tanks are 150 gallons with FX6s each. So I would not worry about
Not at all.
Bio load.
Add them all in.
Just
Redecorate a little bit. You want to? I just handed you that to read his name. Right here.
It says Michael Bird.
There you go. Michael Bird sent this in, and it's a wood burning that he, I guess, painted over. And so he was real excited to send that in to us.
See it?
Now turn that around, you silly kid. It's a picture of Tracy standing next to the car. So we're gonna hang that.
What is this Santa shirt? It says.
That's Tracy's shirt that says "I have a crush and it's not you."
Oh.
Remember that shirt?
No.
You don't remember it?
No.
Wow, son. You forget your mama. That was one of her favorite shirts she wore all the time. Gallery.
Don't remember it.
Go to Tracy.
But I believe you.
It's this picture right here.
Ah.
Now you remember the picture.
Yeah.
This is the picture he well, actually, it's a picture just like this he took, but it's her standing in front of the car with that picture. Same time, same day, later that day. Oh, it's this one right here. This is the original picture. I don't know if you guys can see it. But thank you for that, Mike. It was very nice. He took a lot of time, burning into the wood.
That one, here we go. We have Sue Ann, $10. Says, so when my FX6 gets here, can I remove one of the two canisters and add it safely? Currently running two Sun 304Bs. That would depend completely on the stocking of the fish. So
if you're overstocked, if you're overcrowded.
Exactly. I would not. If you have a light stocking and the one filter can handle it, then I would go ahead and remove it. But if not, there's no harm in just adding the third one on until it's seated and ready to go. Then you can take
a month or two, you can take the other one off. Yeah.
Right.
Would be the best way.
So it's always best to play it safe.
Now, if your Sun has media inside of it, like bio balls or something, you can always take that off and put it down the center of the FX6.
Good point.
And then add the FX6 right on and replace your Sun. Because that's your bacterial biomedia load there. Wait, did my kid just say good point? He never gives me props. He's always tearing me down. You know what? You did a video the other day, and I was really proud of you. You were talking about the medications and all this stuff, and it's everything that I've taught you over the years. Yeah. And you everything you start talking about, I'm like, oh yeah, you got to do that. You said it. perfect. And then you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to use this. And you were coming up with you sounded like a doctor. And it was all stuff that I've taught you, and I was proud of you. The video was very informative.
First time ever. Can we get a round of applause?
Oh, I'm proud of you. Stop it. He graduated college. Proud of him. He got a job with the city. Proud of him, He bought his own house. Proud of him. But he gets one of these for moving out. I'm sorry.
FX6 on sale today. $219 at PetSmart.
That's, I think, the cheapest I've seen them.
Alpha Preacher says, Sue Ann, buy some C-Chem Prime and some C-Chem Stability. Dose both of those every day for a week, and your system will be cycled. I don't believe in that. I believe chemicals are the wrong way to go. You use chemicals to try and cheat the system, and even with chemicals, it
does help a little.
Yeah, it can. But also, it's not true. Like if you're using Prime, what does Prime do? Prime
alleviates the ammonia. It neutralizes it.
It detoxifies the ammonia in the water. But what is ammonia used for? It's used
That's
to
how you
start
build
the nitrogen cycle.
Yes, your bacteria. You need a certain amount of type of bacteria that eat the ammonia and turns it into nitrites. And then you need a second type of bacteria that grows that eats the nitrites and turns it into nitrates. So if you're taking the ammonia out of the water, that's not really helping. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're helping the fish from getting burned and stuff. And which is what's wrong with our Pima. Remember, he hasn't eaten since that fish puked in the thing. I talked to somebody earlier today, and he was like, well, that's a arapaima. He has a labyrinth organ. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, they burn so easily, then it's almost impossible to get them to eat after that. So giant gourami, stuff like that. All your things with the labyrinth organ that breathe from the top of the water. If that organ gets burnt, they don't want to eat no more. It's like their throat hurts or something,
Possible.
Now we've enticed them. We even enticed them with live, and I know I said we never feed live, but we had to try. We've tried minnows, we've tried small goldfish. Nothing has worked. He's still not eating. All right, go ahead.
I'm catching up. I'm trying to get back to where the chat was. All right.
Max Luigi says, could you tell the story about the limo and how you got it and what you did with it? This is a fish show, people. Where's all the fishy questions? I will tell you real quick, though. The limo, I had my Harley was sitting here, and I wasn't riding it. I had a spare Harley. So we went ahead, and this guy had, the limo he wanted to trade it. He wanted the Harley. He wanted about, $5,000-6,000 out of the Harley. He traded me for the limo. And we used that limo. It was beautiful, long, super long stretch limo. It was a 2005 Lincoln Town Car limo, and had a bar inside the back, had colored lights, had little dots on the ceiling and the mirror on the ceiling and all that. And system. So what I did, me and Tracy, we would drive. Actually, we used to go out. Remember when Pokemon was strong? All of his friends would all come over. Pokemon Go. All of his friends would come over, and we'd take them all around the city doing Pokemon. All the kids would jump out of the car and go over to try and catch their Pokemon. We also took them as he got older to the concerts and stuff. We'd take them down to like Blossom Music Center. We'd sit out there, and because we had a limo, they wouldn't make us wait in this long line to where all these cars parked. The limos always got rushed over here. So we got in, and we got the first parking lot where the limos and the buses park. And we'd sit out there in the limo. They'd go into their concert and, whatever, and have fun. And then they'd come out to the limo. Me and Tracy would be in the limo watching movies, having fun ourselves, And then they'd come back out, and we'd drive them home. The kids, they were drinking age at that time. They could drink, have fun, and never worry. And we didn't have to worry, So Tracy and me, we wouldn't drink on them nights and stuff. And we had fun, and everybody had fun. It was a win-win situation. It was a great thing to do for your kids, and they always had their ride to and from all these different events, paint parties, concerts, stuff like that. What else did we do with limo? Other things we did? Oh, I did a few weddings for friends, and
Yeah.
Charged them $50. I just do the wedding thing for them as my gift. And $50 covered the gas.
Okay, Alpha Preacher says just because it's detoxified doesn't mean it's removed. It's still there for the bacteria to eat. And I have to disagree with you here. So when it detoxifies the, whatever it is, in this case it is ammonia, basically it's turning it inert. And what that means is it's not harming the fish, it's not doing no bad, but also at the same time it turns it into a compound that the bacteria can't really feed on.
It's like live food, dead food.
I will 100% back this. If you throw 100% ammonia in the tank and then you blast it with prime, you're not really going to get the bacteria growth as if you would just leave that ammonia in the water. It's going to happen slowly over time, but if you just let that cycle run its course, it takes 2-3 weeks. And you have a full colony established. If you're dosing it with prime, you're going to probably draw that out to 4 or 5 weeks.
And that's how we do the fishless cycles in our tanks. So we get a new, let's say a big huge wet dry system, and we're wanting to set it up on a new pool. I'll go in there and buy ammonia, and you can just put in a cup of ammonia a day, whatever the amount you think your fish will do. We have bigger fish, so we're thinking about a cup a day. And put in a cup a day, and you can test the waters, and you'll see the spike of ammonia, and then when it comes down, you'll see the spike of nitrates rising. When that comes down, then you'll see nitrates. Then it's fish safe to add in and stop putting ammonia in, and the fish will take over peeing. And then you'll have what's called a mini cycle, where it alleviates itself to the amount of ammonia and food and decayed food that's in that tank. It'll always be changing a little bit. To finish the Max's comment, we sold the limo. I traded it
for a fish tank.
1,500-gallon fish tank.
We traded the limo and my four-wheeler.
Your four-wheeler. I gave you mine, but I traded his four-wheeler in the limo for the 1,500-gallon. But I sold it to somebody else right down the street from where I picked it up. So basically, I got cash. About, what was it? What did we get? $8,000 out of that?
Yeah. Can you scroll down a red comment from Brittany?
Okay.
Stop. There you go. Brittany Ziblis, $50 says, Big Rich,
thank you, Brittany.
Could we possibly get a Christmas bitchin' kitchen in the style of you versus Josh, holiday edition? He could really give you a run for your money.
No, he cannot. There's certain things, like everybody has. You cook things, and your husband cooks certain things that you don't even try on because his is good. That's the way me and Josh are. I was looking for the best cheesecake recipe, and when we finally found it, Josh started, doing it. Well, now that he moved out, whenever I want a cheesecake for something, Josh, you got to make a cheesecake, buddy. So we've got that favorite cheesecake recipe going. And what else did I rely on you for? I don't make no more.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. I didn't make the mac and cheese this time. They brought over their mac and cheese. It was really good. But yeah, as far as he would go home. This is what this kid is like. If I say we're going to have a steak off, we're going to try it and we're going to cook who cooks the best steak. He will go to the store and waste $100 and buy a bunch of different steaks, and he'll try 10 different recipes, and he'll keep on practicing. So that way, this weekend when we come up to doing it, he'll be like already seasoned and knows what he's going to do and how to do it, just to be able to beat Dad. He will waste that money.
I found the best steak recipe ever, by the way.
What do you mean?
It's phenomenal.
You're talking
the juiciest
air fryer.
Like, I don't even use A1 steak sauce.
So how are you cooking it?
It is the most simplistic.
He keeps coming over with this air fryer thing, and no, you got to try this in the air fryer. Try that.
So
is it in an air fryer?
Yeah. So you take your air fryer. It's the most simplistic way to cook a steak ever. And before I was always slap that baby on the grill, but no, you turn your air fryer up to 450 degrees. You take olive oil. You coat every inch of that steak. And now when I say a steak, I'm not talking like a little half incher. I'm talking like, a substantial,
Inch and a half, 2 inches.
inch and a half, 2 inches,
Okay.
whatever it might be. But you slather it in olive oil. You season it up. I use Montreal steak seasoning.
Oh, I don't
stuff,
like that.
Garlic.
Use the don't use the Montreal. Steak and chop seasoning.
I make my own.
Okay, make your own then. It's all you need is your
like
pepper.
Montreal style.
No, taste that Montreal by
I
itself.
love it.
Please listen to me. Taste this, the steak and chop, and taste the Montreal. Touch it to your tongue from each hand, right? And you'll be like, ooh, that Montreal has a weird flavor to it. It still has the crunchies and the peppers and the garlic and all that, but it has some weird taste to it. Trust me. I've got it here, both of them. You can try it here before you leave. I will make you try it before we leave.
I'll make you a steak of each, and I guarantee you'll like it.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
No.
But, I do more than just that. Do the Montreal seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, stuff like that. You do 6 minutes up at the side. That satisfies the people who like, somewhere between medium well type steak. 6 minutes aside, you pull it out, and then you put a slab of butter on top of it and let it rest. It is the juiciest best steak you'll ever have.
Same thing with pan searing in an iron pan, and you get it up to like 500 degrees. You put it in there, and you've got your butter, garlic, and herbs. And you sear the meat first, and then you turn it down. Now, when you cook it at about 4 to 5 minutes aside, I wouldn't go 6. It's got a searing on both sides, and then you take the butter and the garlic and the herb, and you put it in there, and then you pull your pan up on one side, and you just take your spoon and keep dousing it over the steak. My mouth's watering talking about this. But yes, the question was, will we do a Big Ridge's Pigeon Kitchen? I've gotten away from that because we're so busy on this.
You tell us what you want to have a cook-off between Josh and Rich, and we'll do it. Steaks, taters. You tell me.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but we got some hillbilly in us.
All right, can you scroll down? There's a blue comment, Kevin Deacon.
I'm going. Did you get that one?
No, it has to be above that. Yeah, you're up. You got to scroll up. There you go.
There you go.
We got Kevin Deacon, $2. Says lots of love, Team Tracy.
Aw, thanks,
Kevin.
That's awesome. There you go.
We got Lori Kish, $5. Says only half of all of you Fishy fans have hit the like button.
Go, Lori, true. Go. That right there is why she's our head mod.
Scroll down. You got one more. There you go. OBG Foster, $2. Says likes are free. 334 watching, but only 201 likes.
Oh, thank you, OBG Foster. You guys looking out for us. I like that. There you go. A little more center.
All right. Scroll down. You got a yellow comment. Got to keep up. There we go. $10. Dean Reynolds says, what happened to the huge peacock bass in the pot food tank? Go and hit the like button.
I keep telling everybody he's in there. There's a dark side of the tank from 2 lights being off, and there's a light side. He hides out behind the log on the dark side. I mean, period. He just hangs out back there. There's nothing I can do because we have to actually get in that tank and take a screw gun, lower the water, and then take out the lights and take out the cords and put in a new light and a new cord to fix that. It's a LED, and the connection got all like rusted and stuff. So there's no fixing it. I'm going to have to take it off, take it apart, solder it in, hardwired, and then put it back out there. It's probably will fix that because there's 4 matching lights on there. But what gets me is someone don't see a fish, and they're instantly, everybody's like, oh, is that fish dead? Oh, is that fish gone? What happened to that fish? And then they keep asking. I keep telling people, but people keep asking. I mean, I'm sorry, but, he's in there. One of them, we had 2 large peacock bass.
Raheem is 3 a.m. for him, and he's still watching Stay Fishy Friday.
Oh, go, Raheem. Look at you. Are you drinking? Or are you just sitting up and yawning?
So someone's asking if we considered force feeding the Pima. So it's
hard to force
possible,
feed.
but it's hard.
It's very hard because they have this bony tongue that comes up and crushes the food against the rest of the mouth. Our thing is when we force feed an animal, we put the clear plastic tube in their mouth and then we'll shove food through the center of it so that, because if you try and put food in there and you try and push it into their gullet, it bends and mushes, and you have to have that tube against their gullet, and then you have to be able to push it through this tube to get it to open the gullet and go in. It's really hard. And now with their having a bony mouth or tongue, they will crush that plastic or our fingers, anything that goes in there.
So my concern with that is we can force feed him, and it will be hard. But the thing is, you take a sick fish who's already weakened, has not eaten in a long time, you go ahead and put him through that stress, you force feed him. 9 times out of 10, the stress from force feeding him, you grabbing him, manhandling, pulling open his jaw, shoving a tube down his throat, and forcing through food down his gullet. 9 times out of 10,
while holding him while he's trying to get out,
fish will die.
Yeah.
There has been, several cases where we have done it and it has worked. Mostly with like alligator gar and catfish, stuff like that. That is a quick in and out. You shove the tube down there, shove the food down there, bam, done. But with an Arapaima, you got to get that tongue out the way. You got to, be precise. He's not really that big, so we got to get a little bit crafty. So it might be we make a video on it, and by the end of that video, you see us basically kill this fish. So it's kind of hard for us to make that judgment call.
Remember the ABBA a couple weeks back? All I did was reach in with a net, pick them up, and set them in a tub. Reach into the net, the next tank, picked out that wolffish, put him in the tub, and the ABBA's dead. I mean, it was that quick. It was ridiculous and uncalled for. That I grew him from like 8 inches up until, what was he? 28, 26?
Close-ish.
And I netted him one time in his life, and he just instantly died. It was crazy.
I went down the wrong side. God. Sorry. Yeah, Camantha Norland said, fish stress is so freaky. It certainly is. That's why we try not to do it. That is a last resort, thing. So, it is getting to do that point. He is getting super skinny. So, we might try it. But you guys should all know that if we try it, it might send the fish over the top and he might die. I mean, there have been cases in the past where we just waited it out and, lo and behold, he ate and now we're back.
Keeping Canada real says, is there anything that Americans won't put butter on? I'm just asking for a friend. Absolutely not. My thing is if we're cooking for a holiday meal, you're cooking to impress somebody, I use real butter for everything. Don't use margarine, don't use none of that. I buy the good stuff because we're cooking to make it taste good. So then, butter right there. And now we use this other butter, Irish butter. Oh my God, so buttery tasting and creamy. It took I was making soup. It was creamy chicken noodle soup with dumplings, and I added the same amount of butter I normally would add to the soup, and it came out tasting like butter soup. I mean, the chicken flavor was lost in the butter flavor. That was crazy. That's how strong that Irish butter is.
JF says, can't you use clove oil while force feeding a fish? So let me tell you a little story.
You can.
So, most people say you can use clove oil to sedate a fish, right? And there was this fish way back in the past. We had a Chinese Wells, and it had a cancerous tumor. And this thing just kept growing and growing and growing. At first, we thought it might have been a bacterial infection. So we, hit them with all sorts of medications. Like, we spent a lot of money to try and save this fish. Like, he was a beautiful catfish. And this tumor just kept growing. We found out it was, cancerous. And there was really nothing we can do for this fish except, try and put him down. And we used clove oil for the first time in our life. And this thing, this medicine, this stuff, it was the worst experience I ever had with a fish. It was sickening. Like, you'd think you sedate a fish, you put the stuff in, he goes, to a small, he bends to the side and he peacefully passes out. This was violent. We even went as far as, you need this much clove oil for this many gallons, this weight of fish. We got everything right. Like, we talked to experts.
And
this is
before
what
we even
need.
did it, it said, as soon as the fish stops, swimming and then wants to start hunkering down and maybe falling aside, take him out of the water. That's enough clove oil. He's sedated at that point. And then you can put it into fresh water and bring him right back. If you leave them go all the way onto their side and leave them in there for another couple minutes, you can actually kill them with clove oil. So you got to catch it right at that good point.
So we did this in the past, and it was one of the most violent reactions we have ever seen, and I vowed to never use it again.
I've used it, like when we did the bass and we had to puncture it into his air. Yeah. But
there is other stuff that you can sedate fish with that we have used, and it's great. Like, it works the way it says, but the whole clove oil thing, I won't do it again. That's for sure. Jim Sheasley, $5 says, I need a 6x2. Okay, Jim, I will keep you on the list. If we get a 6x2 in, I will let you know. All right, guys, we got a couple more minutes. Let's get a few more questions in, and we will see. Man, this guy really wants me to know how Prime actually works, and it is incorrect. Prime does not work the way it does, not nitrify the stuff, but it does not work the way you are thinking. But on a chemical level, it takes the ammonia out of the water. It makes it safe for fish. It really does. It really does. But for the nitrogen cycle, it does not help it 100%.
You're going to have to look that up just in case he's got something to it. But in our experience, it doesn't. We don't use it for that purpose.
Mary Frey, $5 says, butter and bacon on everything. Happy holidays.
Is this showing up? Because I don't see it on
there. It does. You just have it.
Okay, it's down, cut off. Okay.
And you got one more. You got Brittany Zibbles, $10, says the bots were tired from their Thanksgiving meals. Hashtag holiday. Luckily, we had our head mod on the case. Hashtag Lori appreciation post. Well, thanks, Lori. Okay, we got. Scroll up a little bit.
Up?
You missed the blue. Oh, no, down. Sorry. It was blue too. There you go. OBG Foster, $2, says, which fish is the biggest butthead? So that depends on what you determine a butthead. I can decipher a butthead as, hey, I walk by the tank and this pacu splashes 10 gallons of water at me. Well, he's a butthead. You can also decipher this fish is a butthead because I stick my favorite fish in there and he decides to eat them. Well, that fish is a butthead. So
we'll go with the pacus because we're taking care of you. We're bringing you food. We're doing this. And for no reason at all, as we walk past the tank, you send water at us. I mean, that fish is a butthead. Because, yeah.
Okay, we have Lamb, $50, says +1 for Brittany's idea of Christmas Bitchin' Kitchen. Big Rich versus Josh. You got to show us how to make the dish, though. That could be a second channel.
Well, thank you, Lamb. I appreciate it. But we will do that. I mean, people always love my Bitchin' Kitchens. The only thing is they don't do good. This is a fish channel, so when I put one of them up, instead of getting 20,000 videos or views per video, we get like 6 or 7. Now, the people that love it absolutely love it.
It's okay.
So, I mean, it's a great thing to do and all that, but it's so much time consuming that you have to make the dish, then you have to video making the dish, then you have to make another dish while you're videoing so that you can have it in and then you have to put it in the right order, have one extra in the oven, that kind of stuff. It's a lot more. We don't do that here. Here we just video and then we put out the video for it. on the cooking things, you have to produce a lot of stuff. Have your utensils sitting out. It's like staged videoing.
The Alpha Preacher says that was directly from CChem. Just so you know, I think they know how their product chemically works. Of course, a company's going to vouch for their product 100%. But what you don't get is the years and years of practical use of a product coming from real world applications.
We love Prime and we use it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But
I don't do that with it though.
Medication, has its own use. It has its ups and downs. No matter what you do, they're going to say our product is the best. It's meant for this. This is what it does. But you know what? Sometimes you might get a new medication out and it might cause cancer.
See, we don't use none of that. I call them all gimmicks. Buy this product and release this ammonia, and buy this product and you don't have to do water changes, use this. And them are all gimmicks, things that the stores get you to spend your money on. I don't do that. If I got ammonia, we do water changes, add more filtration, add more bacteria, stuff like that. We're just very simplistic on our approach to everything, and cheap. We don't waste money on, gimmick products and stuff like that. We use Prime for what it's basically used for.
Dechlorinator.
Dechlorinate, yes.
Jim Sheasley, we will use it in a pinch if we are on a fish rescue and say, hey, there's an ammonia spike. You can detoxify the ammonia.
And help, yes.
There you go. So we got Jim Sheasley, last comment of the night, $7. Says, I heard you both make good cheesecake. You can do a kitchen on that.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
No, we will stick to it. I'll make the cheesecake. He'll make the pecan pie.
Love the pecan pies. Oh my God.
All right, guys.
Actually, you're taking one home today.
Yeah. It was fun hanging out with
This was awesome with you guys. Thank you.
We'll all catch you next week on another Stay Fishy Friday. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and we will catch you next week. As always,
stay fishy, my friends.